Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital News YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. Brennan was sound asleep when Carly entered his hospital room, but he awoke shortly and remarked on another visit. Carly explained, "I heard you stabbed yourself for me, so I had to come." Carly said she was excited to see Brennan's scar, and the two flirted a little. Brennan told Carly that he had been jumped in the showers when she inquired about the attack. Carly informed him the tale didn't hold water. He was a spy, after all, and he would never allow himself to be that exposed. Brennan continued to joke back and forth before discussing espionage games, and how all spies were fast and loose with the truth. Nothing is as it appears to be. Brennan acknowledged that he was suspected of being Pikeman's leader, but that he hadn't been put on trial because of concerns about what would surface in court. Carly found the assertion intriguing, but she informed Brennan that he wasn't quite innocent. While he acknowledged that to be true, very few others did, including Anna Devine. Brennan told Carly that he and Anna had a long history together, which may have contributed to Anna's numerous suspicions about him. Then he labeled Carly as a novice. He informed her that if she were a professional spy, she wouldn't have visited him in Pentonville. "You have no idea what you gave me that time," he replied. What could she have told him that he didn't already know? Carly questioned. In response, Brennan said, "A good spy never tells." As long as Jason was safe, Carly didn't care what else Brennan had to say. "He deserves peace now that he's home," she added. With no intention of comforting her, Brennan declared emphatically, "I'd probably kill him if I had to." Prior to her departure, Carly expressed interest in paying him another visit. However, he cautioned Carly against approaching him, calling him a bad man who should be avoided at all costs. Jason invited Anna to his room above Bobby's so they could discuss Sonny's attack on Dex the previous evening. She clarified that Christina had seen the entire incident, that Jason had stepped in, and that Dex had told her what had transpired. That Dex wasn't pursuing legal action made Jason happy. Anna was happy too. She was determined to hold Sonny accountable for something more serious than a few years in prison. Although Jason hadn't witnessed the fight begin, he told Anna that he had a horrible feeling after seeing Sonny chase Dex. Though he had barely arrived at the conclusion of the altercation, he was reluctant to tell Anna more. After confirming that their chat was private, Jason admitted that Sonny had threatened to empty a gun into both of our heads. Something stunned Anna, who didn't understand why Sonny would take the chance of saying something in front of so many people. The next thing Anna said was, "Do you think Sonny would try to have you and Dex killed?" It was a direct question. Jason added that he was no longer so sure that Sonny would have never considered pursuing him since it would have been the wrong decision. He explained what was going on with Dex, Sonny, and Christina, but he surmised that Sonny had eventually calmed down. He was still not rational, but he was no longer completely out of control, Jason stated. After learning about Carly's involvement in the events of the evening, Anna exclaimed, "Carly to the rescue again." Jason was perplexed and curious about what "again" meant, so Anna told him about Brennan's stabbing and his admission that he had stabbed himself in order to see Carly once more. Jason thought Brennan was up to something and that he would use Carly as a front. This worried him. Sam was greeted cautiously by Spinelli in his computer lab, where he informed her that he had been considering the strategy they had discussed during the wedding. He wasn't sure if they ought to proceed. It was against the law to meddle with the FBI, and he didn't want to jeopardize Sam's or his freedom. Spinelli added that he thought it improper to talk behind Jason's back. Sam asserted that it's not that Jason wouldn't value Spinelli's assistance, but rather that Jason probably hadn't asked for help because he didn't want to involve Spinelli in the matter. Spinelli was still attempting to comprehend Jason's involvement with the FBI. It was obvious to both of them that Jason would only comply if the feds had substantial evidence against him. Although Sam felt that Spinelli was the only person who could assist her in hacking the FBI, she apologized for asking him to collaborate. For Danny's sake, Sam begged Spinelli to assist her. All the teenager wanted was his father back. "I don't know what Danny would do if he lost Jason again," stated Sam. A few moments later, Sam left Spinelli and Maxie alone to talk when Maxie stormed in and cut them off. Spinelli outlined Sam's desires and the circumstances surrounding Jason. Maxie asked whether he should help her because she wasn't sure if he should. She realized that hacking the FBI was a federal crime, but she also understood what Sam intended. She still advised him to go ahead and do it, but don't get caught. After her court appearance, Alexis was sitting at a cafe reading a book when Fergus walked up and inquired as to whether she was eating by herself. "Obviously, I'm dining alone by choice," she said to him, letting him go ahead. "My salad is becoming chilly." Fergus insisted that it was fortunate that they had chosen the same diner, but he didn't care and sat down nevertheless. Alexis threatened to file a harassment report against him at the bar's disciplinary hearing. But Fergus had some questions. After being disbarred for a number of years, he was curious as to why she had decided to pursue having her law license again at that particular moment. It was simply a matter of time, according to Alexis, until she realized what a huge miscarriage of justice my disbarment was. Fergus stated that he didn't accept that justification for a second and charged Alexis with being a long-term player by waiting for people to forget the original reason for her license loss. Though she scoffed at his charges, Alexis was flattered when Fergus acknowledged her excellent command of the law. Alexis had inquiries of her own. "What's the real reason you made it your mission to keep me from practicing law?" She pointed out that he had made a special effort to have Ava sign an affidavit disparaging her. It was Ava who had contacted the bar panel, according to Fergus, not the other way around. Why hadn't he looked into Ava's background before calling her as a witness? Alexis pondered. The fact that Neil had never brought up Fergus to Alexis also seemed strange to her. Fergus acknowledged that he and his brothers had grown apart following the death of their father. He was sorry that they hadn't worked things out before Neil and Brendan died. "How could I have known that they would both disappear in less than 2 years? And all thanks to you," Fergus murmured. He swore that she would never be able to regain her legal license. Brooke Lynn consoled Chase, who was still in shock that his father had died away, at their flat. Tracy showed up soon after to offer her condolences to Chase. In order to give Chase and Brooke Lynn the impression that they were on their honeymoon, she even brought a bottle of Italian wine. Chase complimented Tracy for being such a wonderful friend to Gregory as Brooke Lynn exited the room. She said that she would not have remained friends with Gregory if it had been up to her. She acknowledged that she didn't have many friends as she thought most people were annoying, but not Gregory. Her feelings for Chase's father had unexpectedly surfaced. He was warm and engaging and never self-pitying, she recalled. At some point, Chase lost it and admitted to Tracy that he was to blame for Gregory's passing. "My dad pushed himself so hard because I asked him to officiate my wedding," Chase recalled. "I wanted him up there so badly at the altar, I didn't even think about what it would do to his body." Although Tracy urged Chase not to harm himself, he was troubled by remorse. She made the observation that Gregory had persevered because he had been the wedding officiant. Chase acknowledged that he had never considered it in that manner. Tracy informed him that he had ensured Gregory maintained his honor till the very end. When she told Chase how proud Gregory had been and how he'd never stopped talking about his cop son, her words comforted him. After a short while, Brooke Lynn came back to the room carrying 3 glasses of wine, but Tracy revealed herself to give the newlyweds some privacy. Chase bemoaned how quickly things could change as he and Brooke Lynn sipped wine. He received the worst news of his life just moments before they were about to go on their honeymoon on an aircraft. He also questioned how he could hold Finn accountable for drinking when he was the one doing it. Brooke Lynn emphasized that the circumstances differed since Chase was not an addict and Finn was. Since his brother had been the one to feel the anguish of discovering their father had passed away, Chase remained concerned about Finn. Chase acknowledged that, although knowing ALS is a deadly illness, there was a small part of him that had believed his father may recover. He had underestimated the emotional toll that losing Gregory would take. Chase reassured Brooklyn that his presence made all the difference, despite her desire to simplify things. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.